Welcome back to Factfinder Investigates. Investigations into the abuse of people with developmental disabilities are sometimes kept secret, even from the families of the people who have been hurt. And for those who suffer and can't communicate, the unknowns can be alarming. Factfinder investigator Carice Jackman explores the secretive oversight of group homes.
For Brittany Burr, having her little sister, 39-year-old Ashley, home is both a relief and a heartbreak. A relief to be by her side.
We can see her and we can oversee her care.
A heartbreak because Brittany and their mother Cynthia feel they had no choice but to bring Ashley home.
Have I given up on the system? Yes, because there is no chain of command. There is no place to go to really answer your questions.
Ashley is nonverbal and has been since birth.
Can't sit, walk, talk, has a very, very limited language.
Because of her conditions, she needs 24/7 care. But to her family, finding that care has sometimes felt more like a nightmare. They say over the years there have been mysterious injuries, unexplained bruising, and medical emergencies, with little to no explanation from multiple facilities entrusted with Ashley's well-being. A few years ago at one group home, the family says they believe Ashley was given far too much sodium, which posed a threat to her life due to her medical conditions, and she ended up in the hospital.
The nurses couldn't believe her overall mental status.
Our national investigative team reached out to the group home for answers. They told us that the matter was investigated by the state, and none of the allegations of neglect made by Cynthia and Brittany were substantiated. But the family says they have no idea about the specifics of the investigation.
I feel hopeless. I feel helpless.
In an email exchange provided by the family, a representative of the State Division of Developmental Disabilities informed Cynthia that incident reports are confidential documents that can only be released with a judicial order.
When this involves my child, why wouldn't I be able to see it? Was there really an investigation? Did you ask more than one or two questions?
In 2018, the Office of Inspector General for the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services partnered with other government agencies to investigate cases of abuse and neglect for people living in group homes nationwide. A series of audits found that people often experience serious injuries and medical conditions that resulted in emergency room visits. They also found that up to 99% of these critical incidents were not reported to the appropriate law enforcement or state agency.
I think that's one of the most important things.
Paul Aronson is the New Jersey Ombudsman for individuals with intellectual or developmental disabilities and their families.
A lot of the reports that are done about allegations of abuse and neglect are confidential. Oftentimes the family can't even access them. To me, that's such a missed opportunity because aside from the fact that the family deserves to know what happened and what didn't happen, they could be very useful educational tools.
Even with Ashley now home, Brittany and her mother have struggled to find qualified workers, a challenge they say remains a constant issue.
And so in the month that she's been home, we've lost 2 caretakers.
For now, they'll continue taking care of Ashley at home, taking her on walks and keeping her in plain sight, while they continue to try to get answers from the state and fight for better care and transparency for all families.
And following this story airing, the state did reach out to Ashley's family to review files from the 2020 investigation, which is a step that they had not taken before. And if you have a story, we do want to hear from you. All you have to do is call us or email our investigators at the address you see there on your screen, plus that tip line number. We will look into any of your issues and any of your stories for the next Factfinder Investigates.